Hello there, Eagles. You are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today we're going to be talking about Topic 11, Lesson 10, and today's learning target is, I can divide a fraction by a whole number. It's just an extension of what we did yesterday. So we're going to have a lot of the same vocabulary and a lot of the same strategies, but this time we're going to be actually dividing a fraction by a whole number. Today's vocabulary word is the same as yesterday, but I still want you to write it down again. It's reciprocal. Reciprocal is simply flipping a fraction so that what was once the numerator is now the denominator. Go ahead and write that in your notes, and also be sure that you include the example here. 1/4, the reciprocal would be 4 over 1. Remember, we're just flipping. Where the numerator used to be is now the denominator. Where the denominator used to be is now the numerator. Okay, so here is our story problem of the day. Half of Ethan's birthday cake is left over, and he wants to share it equally with Hannah, Bethany, and Nikki. So what fraction of the original cake will each person get? Well, we're going to use a strategy that we talked about yesterday when we solve story problems, and that is to write an equation and draw a picture. First thing we're going to do, though, is highlight our important information and our question. Our question in this story problem is, what fraction of the original cake will each person get? Original is a very important word because we want to know what fraction of the entire cake will each person get, even though half of it is gone. And the important information is that half of Ethan's birthday cake is left over, and he's going to share it equally with Hannah, Bethany, and Nikki, 3 people. So in this case, there goes half of our cake. And our equation is going to be 1/2, because we have 1/2 of the cake left, divided by 3, because Hannah, Bethany, and Nikki each get their own slice, so that's 3. So I just said that that's going to equal x. I just made that my variable. That's my unknown. So now, since we want to know what fraction of the original cake, I've added back the other half that they already ate. So here the question is going to be, how many slices will each person get of the original? Each slice, if we count it, is going to be 1/6. So each person will get 1 slice out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 original slices in the cake. So that's one way to solve this problem. Or we can do it the very simple math way. And here, just to remind you about the fraction, flip, and multiply strategy, here is our wonderful song of the day.
Let's learn how to divide fractions. Flip one and then you multiply them. Straight across and top and bottom. And you've divided your fractions. Hey!
Here's a test of math for you to crack. Let's take 5, 6 and then divide it by 1/2. You flip one of the sides, leave the other intact. Then change divide to multiply, and then at last 6 times 1, 5 times 2, 10 over 6, it answers true. Convert to one mixed number, this classic division to do. Take the 6 divided into 10, goes in ones for sure, move the 6 below, then you're gonna subtract it, minus 6, which equals 4.
Then you're left with 4, 6. Reduce that fraction to 1 2/3. And you've divided your fraction. Flip one and then you multiply them. Straight across and top and bottom. And you've divided your fractions. Hey! Try these math problems and see if you can solve them. Flip one and then you multiply them. And you've divided your fractions. Hey!
Okay, wonderful. So let's try it and see if we can do it. Remember, fraction, flip, and multiply. So in this case, we have 1/2 divided by 3. The first thing we need to do is we need to change our fraction, our 3, our whole number, into a fraction, which was 3 over 1. Now it was fraction, then we have to flip. So we have flipped 3/1 into 1/3, that's the reciprocal, and then multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, and 2 times 3 is 6. So 1/2 divided by 3 is 6. Go ahead and try this one. Remember, turn the whole number into a fraction, flip it into the reciprocal, and then multiply. Go ahead and solve this problem, pause the video, and come back when you're ready. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you get 1/10? Well, this is how I got it. Again, the first thing we do is change the whole number into a fraction. So 5 over 1 is now our fraction for our whole number. And then we're going to flip it. So the reciprocal of 5 over 1 is 1/5. Then we multiply. 1 times 1 equals 1, and 2 times 5 equals 10. Okay, now it's your turn to try our practice problems for tonight. Here they are. Go ahead and be sure that you write them out and show your work. Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready for the answers. All right, coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here are tonight's answers. Double check them with yours and see how many you got correct. The answer to number 1 is 1/10. The answer to number 2 is 1/6. The answer to number 3 is 1/12. Answer number 4 is also 1/12. And the answer to number 5 is 1/20. Make sure you mark down how many you got correct out of 5, and remember, be honest, it's not for a grade. Honestly fill out that self-reflection. Could you teach a friend? Do you think you got it? Or do you still have absolutely no idea how to divide fractions? And then fill in the space for any questions you still have. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night, and we will be dividing some more fractions in class later. Bye-bye.